what's up, folks? So, what did Bernie Sanders do now? I'm guessing you saw the title. Bernie Sanders wants to abolish private prisons. You heard me right. There are private prisons in the United States. If you're someone who's outside boundaries of the United States has private prisons. Oh my God! So, what is the topmost need of a private company? To increase profits. Yes, to increase profits. I became Dora the Explorer all of a sudden. What do private companies want most? Profits? Exactly. Oh my God. Yes, they want profits. And profits in this sense means more prisoners, more incarcerations. And when you allow the private companies to lobby the congressmen or the senators, well, they'd be more tough on crime. Wink, wink. Exactly not. So what did Bernie say? Bernie says he'll introduce a bill when Congress, meets up. They chill, do nothing actually. This guy, we have 50 Bernie Sanders, 3 Bernie Sanders. Imagine what you can achieve. He says he'll be introducing legislation which takes corporations out of profiteering from running jails. Most common sense law ever, since making it a crime to kill somebody. This is right up there. How can you have private prisons, man, and get them to lobby people that are running for office? Insane. So Bernie continues, quote, "It is morally repugnant and a national tragedy that we have privatized prisons all over America," his website says. "In my view, corporations should not be allowed to make a profit by building more jails and keeping more Americans behind bars." Again, common sense. They take the taxpayer dollar and they give it to the corporations for jailing more Americans, while the jails lobby the congressmen to enact more stricter laws and longer prison sentences to keep more Americans behind bars longer. How is this conservative or progressive or liberal? Whatever, man. This is just unbelievable. This is modern slavery, what the prison system is doing. So he throws in some facts as well, how the prison industrial complex is being sued constantly for mistreating its inmates in humane conditions and the death that have led to the death of prisoners among corruption, obviously. So the private prison industry and its revenue has doubled. Wow. Since 2000 till 2010. That's something to brag about, right? We have more jails. We have more inmates. We have less inhumane conditions. Yay. I'm sorry, more inhumane conditions. God damn it. So, this is insane, man. They have lobbied $25 million from 1989 till now to Republican, Democratic, Independent. They don't give a flying shit who it is. They just want to throw the money and make people their bitches. So they lobby $11 million in the last 6 years to lobby Congress to keep immigrants in detention centers. Classy, man. Classy, really classy. So Hillary said, okay, there should be some prison reform. But again, I quote, wink, wink. She gets money from the same campaigns, man. The same prison industrial establishment. Unbelievable. You know what Bernie does? No reforms. Burn this shit to the ground. That's what he wants. No more private prisons. Most logical thing in the world, and I don't know how people can oppose that. There's no way to oppose that. You want people to make profits out of correctional facilities? Unbelievable and crazy. Martin O'Malley, the former Maryland governor, who somehow gets to be in the news because Donald Trump called him a baby or something. He has voted to phase out federal for-profit prisons. So Martin O'Malley again, he's a very reasonable guy, to be honest. I'd rather have him. If we are not going to have Bernie Sanders, I'm not jinxing it, but if you're not, I'd rather have Martin O'Malley, because he has been in much far better in a progressive side than Hillary Clinton. Not as progressive or as authentic as Bernie Sanders, but still far, far, far better than a Joe Biden or anybody else. I don't know about Jim Webb. I don't have any idea who Lincoln Chafee is. Rhode Island governor, former. Might be great guys too. So we have to. That's why people really wanted more debates. They needed to connect with the voters because they knew who Hillary Clinton is to a large extent. Even now, Bernie Sanders is known. He's well known. We know what he's going to say, and he's going to decimate all the others on stage. That's known. Not in a negative way, but in a shining spiritual, intellectual way. So that's Bernie Sanders, but we know that what's going to happen, what he's going to say, because it's the most logical thing. He's going to say something that's logical because that's Bernie Sanders. He's going to say something logical. Wow, you can't expect that from any other politician. He's not going to think. He's going to talk because it comes from his heart. We know that. So what he says, he means it. He's not going to misspeak. He's not going to practice. He's not going to do any of that. It's going to be Bernie Sanders. He's done the same thing for over 4 decades. So I'm just rambling right now. But Martin O'Malley, to make my point, we're going to get to know what Jim Webb, Martin O'Malley, or Lincoln Chafee have to offer. And that is a good thing because they as well are very progressive guys. Not as progressive as Bernie, but still progressive. So the alternatives to Hillary will be given showtime and primetime viewership. So they have nowhere else but to go up. Bernie would definitely go up, and Hillary, it's a downhill battle because she might get indicted for the email scandal, which I don't think is such a bad thing. I don't know. It's not that big a deal, but that's what I feel. She has far better issues that her campaign can be derailed on, like the Keystone Pipeline. She wants the Keystone Pipeline. People can attack her. How can you not say something? One of the campaign events, one guy asked her, what do you think? What are you going to do about the Keystone Pipeline? She said, well, I'm not going to step on the foot of Barack Obama. I was the one who started it. But, when I become the president, you'll know what I do. That's not an answer. You know what Bernie would have said? Scrap it. Throw it out. Burn it. Burn it, yeah. Sounds fun. So Bernie and the others might get really good airtime, and this is a very good story. And the private prison industry would be scared shitless. If I were them, I wouldn't sleep tonight because this guy is rising and he's getting conversations that generally would never be talked about. Remember 2008? Remember 2012? Did anybody talk about private prisons and it should be banned? Not in a million years. Never. He burns bridges. That's why he's burning. He doesn't care. There was never a bridge there. You think there was a bridge between the private prison industry and Bernie Sanders? Absolutely not. So he has nothing to build. He'll build it and he'll burn it. He'll be like, way to private prison lobby, and he burn it. He'll build it and burn it. That's Bernie. So he is the man. He's really exciting. 73, 74. He's 73. I know people get really, touchy-feely. It's 73. It's 74. Whatever, man. He's like he says, age doesn't matter. He is, for all God, I don't know. He might be 20. I don't care. If he says he's 20, I'll be like, cool, dude. Want to grab a beer or something? That's how awesome he is. And that's how much I adore him. And the media cannot stand this. And I love it. So private prisons, bye-bye, and take care. So people, if you like my video, like, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you very much, and hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.